Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. Like I said in my previous episode, that I'll be making another episode, kind of my life series. This episode will basically focus on my campus life. I'm still perfecting the art of storytelling. Kindly know I'm new in this. I realized that my previous video was way bad when it came to lighting. So with me, I have prepared a couple of questions that I'll be answering about my campus life. And the first question is, what shocked me the most about university life? Honestly, everything. I want to be very honest. When I joined campus, everything shocked me. Starting with literally how people are dressing, the time they are arriving for classes. When I was in high school, there were specific times that we are supposed to arrive in school and specific times for breaks. But in campus, it was kind of scheduled in a manner that there is no breaks, there is no specific time to arrive in school, but you needed to focus on your classes. If your class is held at a specific time, that's when you're supposed to join it. Another thing is getting to interact with people who are different from the high school. When I was in high school, I kind of interacted with people from the same community. So we almost spoke the same mother tongue. Literally everyone in the school. But right now I'm in a new place, new environment, getting to see new people. People kind of speak different language. In my country, there is so many mother tongues. So right now I'm in a process of trying to adapt, listen, kind of relate, and it was shocking me. I mean, like everything was shockingly in my sight. It was shocking. Everything, it was shocking, honestly. The next question, did campus change your personality, and if it changed, how? Of course. What do you expect getting to a new place? And I'm new. Well, campus changed my personality. I want to explain about how maybe I getting to interact with people from different communities, backgrounds, way of dressing, the way of, you know, the foods and everything. I had to try some new stuffs. What you think when you try new stuffs? You kind of like them or somehow you hate them. To my explanation, I kind of changed my personality in that process. When I went home, my mom would say, "You have changed." My aunts, my uncles, each and everyone would say, "You have changed." I didn't know how, but my mom would point, "Do you know you are dressing differently?" And I kind of asked for different foods. So I believe, yes, campus changed my personality. The other question is, what was my lowest moments in campus? I had a ton of lowest moments in campus. One was especially the first year when I joined campus because I was trying to adapt each and everything. And I had I had so much time to figure out how I live alone in a new environment, what I'll cook, the kind of friends I'm relating with. I was kind of afraid. I mean, yes, I was afraid, of course, but trying to being you somewhere you don't know is difficult. There were moments we lacked food, and not because we wanted, it's because there was no food. There were moments we kind of paid our rent late, not because we wanted, but the money was sent late. Yes, these moments, I mean, these were my lowest moments while I was in campus. And I kind of excluded myself from my friends. I felt like I created a border in between me and them, and I didn't receive the help I used to receive. And these were the moments when I felt like I needed to change a little. They were my worst moments. I will say that, yes, I have a ton of lowest moments in campus when I had burnouts and I mean being overwhelmed because of many stuffs that I wanted and I couldn't receive them. I have so much I need to tell about that. So I think I'll create another episode to explain more. I'm having troubles with my mic. I have to kind of switch it off and on at times because it's not working well. The next question is, what was my highest moment while in campus? I have so many of these. I met new friends, made new friends, new place. I kind of liked it. So there were times that we explored different places. Remember, I was way far from home, so many kilometers from home. At this time, um, I was I was trying to do things differently, getting to enjoy life in campus with what you eat, how you dress, how you live alone. The freedom, no one is trying to command you, is trying to tell you how you need to live, and visiting different places. These were my best and highest moments while I was in campus. I said, I'll revisit probably each and every question, give it its own episode, talk more, have a section where you can ask a question and I can answer. The next question is, did I ever feel lost or unsure about my future? To be honest, yeah, sure. There were times when I felt as if my future was normal. There were times when I felt like my future isn't on my hands. Especially there was a lot I need to process, a lot I needed to absorb. This kind of raised the uncertainty of my future. I felt like maybe I'm struggling a lot in campus. I don't have a clean future. I don't have a fresh future. So yes, there were times when I felt as if I don't deserve it. I felt like my future wasn't as I expected. The next question is, did I ever experience financial struggles? How did I handle them? While in campus, everything was struggling to strive. Yeah, sure, I did experience some struggles when it came to financial support. Remember, in this time, I'm supposed to pay rent. I'm also supposed to do some shopping for myself, food probably, and some stationeries and books for school. And I'm not working. I'm depending on my parents, probably for food and housing. Even to get that job, it was a struggle. And school fee, sure. I kind of remember something as I was explaining about financial struggle. A friend of mine reminded me that I should even mention that I kind of became a musician while I was in campus. So in the process of struggling, I thought what I could have done so that I could have made some cash from it, and I bought a guitar. I tried to become a musician. Why? I thought if I became a musician, I'll have some gigs and make some cash, but that failed. Yes, it failed. Yes, I had some struggles financially when I was in campus. Like times when I had so much, I needed to sort with money, but I couldn't afford that. So I had to live with that small I was having. And our government has a system where it supports um, government sponsored students in the universities. You get a loan, you pay for your school fee, and sort out some stuff for yourself. That's what I used to do. If it were to depend on my parents for school fees and other stuff, probably I would have messed everything about my education. The next question is, what friendships from campus shaped me? Actually, I wasn't shaped by friendships. I kind of excluded myself from friends because the friends I had while I was in first year and second year, I'm not sure what I'll say about it because I know most of them do watch. I knew I hadn't changed them. They were not bad, but their characteristics, each and everything about them, was kind of dimming my dream. And I decided to live alone. And somehow, there was that period of COVID, and we had to do our classes online. Yes, I liked and I kind of admired everyone who was ambitious. I needed someone who tell me, let's do this, let's do that, something that is positive, something that will have changed my life. But most of my friends never shaped my life. I would say none of my friends shaped my life in campus. If I kind of moved on with them, I could have messed everything about myself. And by that, to be clear, I'm not saying all my friends were bad. I'm trying to explain about my first year and my second year. From there, I had friends who picked me up from there. People I related with, everything we did with them, it was positive. So if you're watching me and you're my friend and you think I'm kind of mentioning you in a bad way, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to mention you in a negative way. I like all my friends, but I always like someone who is ambitious enough. We're coming to the end of this session, but I have at least three questions that I need to answer. But before I go on, I need to explain something that there are people you come across, and when you live with them and become their friends for more than 5 years, they become your long-time friends. That's the term, long-time friends. And there are people who you live with 1 and 2 years, and somehow they disappear from your life. It's good to keep in touch with people you believe they are good, they have goodwill with you, they kind of see you positively, they kind of admire everything about you, they shape you. And there are people who also talk to you about your life, probably everything you're trying to do to make sure that your life moves as it is supposed to be. As as i complete as i complete I need to answer a question that I need to answer this question. If I could redo campus, what would I do differently? I'm not sure if there's something that I would do differently, except for my first year and my second year. Those are the only 2 years that I think I would do differently. I have so much I need to mention about myself in those first 2 years where I was trying to adapt and I was trying to find myself. Before you continue, so what you want to tell us about your friends is that when you meet some of them and let them go, that means they never impacted anything into your life. That's not what I explained. I'm trying to create a series of my life, being honest. I'm not saying that you should let them go. I'm saying what I did. But the question is, you met them first year and second year and they left. That means in the first and the second years, they never impacted anything except 3 and 4. Those are the people who impacted something. My first year and my second year. That's what I could redo if I was given a chance in my campus. So there were friends that I remained with from first year, but most of my friends are from that year. That's the period when we had Corona and we were doing our classes online. Supposingly, if I had a bad friend, would I keep them? The answer is yes and no. Supposingly, all my friends were good. Would they shape my life? I think no. Okay, I pass. My second last question is, what did I pursue in campus? Should I say this right now, or should I have an episode where I explain what I did in campus? I think I'll have another episode that I'll be explaining what I pursued in campus, why I chose it, and is it still the same course that I'm leaving for, probably pursuing further perfecting in. I think I'll do another episode that I'll be explaining what I pursued in campus. And the last question is, did I knew that I'll pursue that course when I was joining campus? The answer is yes and no. When I was in high school, I never knew that I'll pursue that course. But that period after finishing and completing high school, I had some time with people who kind of enlightened me with campus life, and I knew, yes, I want to do this. So in my next episode, I'll be explaining my life after campus. I have it structured in a manner that it's more of a series, and also create another episode that I explain the courses, the challenges that I happened to come across while I was in campus. I'll create more episode of my life. I want it to be more of a series, more one season, 10 episodes probably about my life. I want you to know me more, what I do, what I have done in my life, and what I'm yet to do. So if you're new here, kindly subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to click that notification button. Every time I release a new episode, you'll be notified. Thank you for always watching me, and thanks for your support. I want to say thank you so much for everyone that took their time to watch my episode and my previous episodes. Thank you.